Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This is going to be for Big Brother 16, episode 19. Episode 19. And this episode was amazing. I thought this was another great episode in my opinion. I mean, great stuff in this episode in my opinion. A lot of stuff I really loved about this episode. Definitely, especially, it's a very crucial episode because, tomorrow night is double eviction, which means that things are definitely going to start to heat up. I could definitely see the second house guest that could be leaving, and it's a very, very important episode because it's double eviction tomorrow night. So, let's just get to, this episode. So, basically, Zach is annoyed that he lost the challenge to Victoria, but he's focused on winning the POV this week. And I think that's a good strategy, go in, win the POV. That's a good strategy. And he says it's huge that he wins POV. He must win the POV. And Jocasta is also very determined to win the POV. And she's very aggravated to be on the block yet again. But Caleb is, so she's kind of upset about that. So Caleb is a little irritated that his head has to be shaved and that he has to be chained to Victoria because basically the Adam and Eve punishment, he has to be chained to Victoria, has to have his head shaved, and honestly, I thought that was stupid when Frankie was talking sexually to Caleb. Seriously, Frankie is he's making things it makes people wait. If I was with Frankie and he said that, honestly, that made me way too uncomfortable. I'm not kidding. That would make me way too uncomfortable because it's just I'm not gay, so I don't care. So it just made me feel really uncomfortable if Frankie were to say that to me personally. So I just thought that was annoying what Frankie said. So Victoria and Nicole, they're doing, they're doing the happy dance because Nicole is the first female HOH to survive, for this year that is. So she reveals that Frankie is her real target, and, basically Frankie is her target. And Caleb eyes Zach's chicken pot pie because he's, of course, is stuck with slop. And Caleb moans and says it will take 2 months for his hair to grow out. But Zach is very annoyed by his whining since he's still on the block in his in his confessional he calls Caleb a rooster of names. And I thought that was definitely very, very funny. So Frankie's hanging out with Nicole in the HOH room, and honestly, Frankie at this point, what he's trying to do is he's trying to get Nicole on his good side. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get Nicole on his good side so she won't put him on the block. But here's the thing. She's already putting you on the block. It's her plan. That's what she's doing. She wins POV, you're going on the block, and he needs to accept that. And I don't even know if Frankie knows it's happening. Basically, she thinks Frankie is feeling out for information and is acting buddy-buddy, but she doesn't think she can really trust him. And I don't blame Nicole because, personally, I don't know if I wouldn't trust Frankie. I really wouldn't. Frankie is liked by everyone in the house, and everyone is in some sort of an alliance with him. So I definitely like that, she really wants to make a big move. I am very happy about that still. So Nicole, basically says that she hopes it's blood on her hands. She has blood on her hands. His hits blood on her hands by the end of the week, and I thought that was good. So Victoria and Caleb are then called to diary room. They're chained together, and basically they are both, in Adam and Eve. They're literally in Adam and Eve clothes. Basically, Caleb is in a leaf speedo, and Victoria in a leaf bikini, basically. And they're attached at the wrist. And I thought this was definitely a very funny scene. Victoria's very annoyed because he won't let her moisturize, and honestly, it's the worst two people to get stuck together because, Caleb and Victoria, they hate each other. They hate each other so much. There's so many things they hate about each other. But the thing is, didn't you two want to work together a couple episodes ago? You guys said that you wanted to work together. I mean, seriously, you wanted to work together. That was your idea, and, so you said you wanted to work together, and now you don't, so I don't understand why you don't want to work together, because I thought that, they did want to work together, so I don't know why. I guess they just don't like each other, I guess, I don't know, but, so I thought that was definitely very, very, very funny, in my opinion, definitely very, very funny scene. Basically, Derrick, then, I really like this next scene, is Derrick is thinking about Nicole and Hayden, because a couple days ago, Nicole, talked to him about an alliance with Cody, so she will know they are actually on board with it. So Nicole, Hayden, Cody, and Derrick are going to be working together. Now, I would have said Donnie as well, but I think the thing with Donnie is that Donnie is I don't know, Donnie's not really someone who really wants to get blood on his hands. Basically, he's worried if Frankie goes home, they will be, revealed. So, they're now in 3 alliances, Derrick and Cody. They have their own alliance, the Hitman. They have the Detonators, and now they have, the Rationale. That's what they're called. They're called the Rationale now, and basically, yeah. So I thought that was definitely very funny. The Rationale, like that name. It's a very like stupid name, but honestly, it fits their personalities very well. And I think definitely if they, I think definitely with this alliance, if they, get out the right people like Frankie, they could definitely go far because I see these four going pretty far. Definitely, I definitely do see these people going far. I do. I definitely see them going far. So basically, Nicole then chats with Christine, and Christine, of course, wants Zach to come, but since he's in an alliance and put them up, but they don't know if that Zach is nearby and listening to it. So Christine suggests Derrick or Cody as alternate people, and Christine tells her that Hayden wants Zach to stay. And she lies and says Hayden and Victoria have been talking and were making out, and Christine says it grosses her out, and she's trying to basically sow seeds, basically just make Nicole very paranoid at this point, so that way Nicole won't actually think about, getting rid of Frankie. And basically, Hayden comes in, and honestly, I was just like, Christine, you bitch. Like, seriously. Christine was being an absolute bitch in the scene to Nicole. Nicole has a lot of things to think about right now. Like, that's why you don't mess with the HOH. It's not the right thing to do. Just don't mess with the HOH. Seriously, just don't do it. Because what happens next is that Nicole talks to Hayden about this, and Nicole tells him that Christine wants Cody or Derrick out, and the gossip about him making out with Victoria, it's 100% not true, and they're laughing about it. And basically, now Nicole is after Christine. Now, what did this make me think of? The double eviction. The double eviction, I definitely think that big things are going to happen, definitely in the double eviction. I think that the detonators are going to be exposed. I'm going to talk about this in a second, but I feel like the detonators are going to be exposed and Christine's going to go home. I feel like that's going to happen because, Christine, you really made a terrible decision here. Really doing that to Nicole. You were in a really nice alliance there. I like Nicole and Christine as friends. I did. I like Christine when she was friends with Nicole. Now, I don't like her at all. I mean, seriously, like, that was not the right thing to do. That was not a very good move to make, and I don't know why she decided to do that, but she did. And, so Nicole is now thinking about focusing on Christine instead of Frankie, and I don't blame Nicole there. So Nicole tells Cody that Christine wants her to put him up, or to put up him or Derrick, and this makes Derrick and Cody think, wait a second, Christine is in our alliance, we can't really trust her. So I could definitely, I really enjoyed seeing that because it's like, she's in their alliance, she's in the detonators, and, she could end up betraying them, definitely. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. So Cody tells Derrick about what Christine is up to, and they wonder who she's working with. And Derrick asks what to do, and they agree that Frankie should go home. Basically, they want Frankie to go home. So, yeah, I agree that Frankie definitely should go home. So Nicole calls everyone, Nicole calls everyone to pick players to the video competition. And the people that are playing, the people that are playing are Zach, Jocasta, obviously, Nicole, Caleb, and unfortunately Christine. The worst person that could get picked right now is Christine. And when Christine got picked, I was like, oh no, this is not going to be good. Because, of course, Christine has been very confident wanting to win a competition. And Nicole is very upset that none of the players she wanted got picked. And Zach says if he doesn't win this, then they can call him. And I really like this part. He's like, that you can call me the biggest Fruit Loop dingus in BB history. I thought that was definitely very funny. The way he said that. I definitely thought that was definitely very funny. A very funny quote from Zach. So basically, then what happens is, basically everyone heads off. Caleb and Victoria, they're grabbing breakfast, and he says it's the worst 48 hours of his life. Again, very funny scene, because he's hungry and annoyed, tired of watching Victoria deal with her makeup and primping her primping herself. Very, very funny. Especially the scenes where she was doing her makeup. I mean, very, very funny scenes from Victoria. I mean, honestly, if I was tied to Victoria, I would have enjoyed it, because personally, I think Victoria is very hot. And I would have probably enjoyed it, but imagine being tied to someone for 48 hours. Yeah, I probably would get sick of that. If a girl was, like, waxing her eyebrows for, like, 35 minutes, I'd be like, come on already. Like, seriously. I wouldn't be like Caleb, but still, I don't know if I agree specifically with that, but I thought that was definitely very funny. So he's very aggravated when she doesn't want to play pool, and later he chills out and says it's pretty cool to play Adam and Eve, and says she's a good partner, and then later Caleb says she's annoyed, and Frankie wants to get the then Frankie wants to get the detonators together to talk Frankie, Zach, Cody, Derrick, and Christine, they all get together, and Derrick is happy that the others are clueless about his side deal with the Rationale. Definitely, I feel like something is going to happen with the detonators in this double eviction. Definitely, double evictions are usually when alliances get exposed. Definitely, there are things that happen in double evictions that we don't even realize, and I definitely feel like, definitely something's going to happen as in terms of the, double eviction goes. So, then we go to the veto competition, and it's one of those veto competitions where each one of the players had to do it individually. Basically, what happened was it was this comic book theme challenge with art on each of the contestants, and as you know, it goes along to everyone. And I thought it was definitely very funny, especially when I thought it was definitely a very funny competition, especially when it got to Zach. Now, he feels like a superhero, but he's not really doing well. I thought it was so funny when he was getting mad. He's like throws one. He even broke the camera. I mean, that was so funny. He like threw a card, and he's just like, this card goes here, this goes here. Oh, this girl's over here. He's wearing purple pants. I thought that was definitely very funny the way he did that. And he realized he had two backwards, and he's done at this point. He's done. I mean, I feel bad for Zach personally. Even though I don't really I think Zach can be kind of annoying at times, I felt bad for him in this scene, because it's just like, oh my god, like seriously. He worked so hard, he worked really hard on it, and then, it didn't work out for him, then definitely, I mean, that was definitely very, very funny to watch. So the others come out to look over at the comics, and Frankie reveals the results. Nicole's time was 12 minutes, Caleb took over 15, Victoria got 35 minutes, which, yeah, that's not good. And Jocasta took more than 14 minutes, Nicole is still in the lead, and Christine wins the power of veto. Do I care? No, I don't. Honestly, Christine winning the power of veto is the worst thing that could happen right now. But the good thing is, I definitely feel like the double eviction, something is going to happen to her. She's either going to be nominated or put up, because the majority of the house right now, meaning Nicole, Derrick, Cody, and Hayden, those three people, definitely, I feel like they will easily turn against her. I feel like Cody and Derrick, if they want people to turn against Christine, they have the numbers to do it. They have reasons to do it, definitely. Christine, as I've said before, is playing her own game. She's not really a floater. I just don't like the way she's playing her game. She is very much like, she likes to, she very much likes to play her own game. She likes to stir up trouble. And I just did not like Christine after this episode. I thought what she did was completely wrong, and I just don't like Christine's logic. She doesn't want to listen to anybody. She wants to do her own thing. I get that she wants to do her own thing, but part of the thing in this game is that you have to have some sort of alliance. At this point, Derrick and Cody think she's working with someone, but the truth is, Christine's not working with anyone. She's working with herself and herself only. So, definitely, I mean, that was definitely very big. So Nicole hopes Christine will use it so she can backdoor, Frankie, because now she wants to backdoor Frankie. Frankie congratulates Christine, and basically, she really hopes that Christine will use the power of veto. However, Christine really doesn't want to use it because she wants Zach to go. So, yeah, she really wants Zach to go. And Victoria and Caleb, they are ready to cut the cord between the Adam and Eve thing. It's over. And I thought that was definitely very funny when that happened. So Nicole is in bed with Hayden. I thought it was a cute scene, the two of them in bed together. I thought that was cute. And basically, then what ends up happening is Nicole says if Christine is dumb enough to use the POV, she's going to put Frankie up. And, yeah, so that's just what she's doing. Basically, Christine used POV, Frankie's going up. Which, honestly, I have no problem with that. I would like Frankie to go because I don't like Frankie. I really don't. So she, Hayden's excited because either Frankie or Zach are going home, and, that's good to everyone. Now, the thing with Zach is, I think he's definitely very funny, but Zach definitely does go too far a lot of times, so I definitely feel like Zach definitely, he is, definitely, a target. I could definitely see, I understand why he's a target, definitely. So Christine goes to stare at the wall of players, basically puts on her medal. It's time for her to decide, POV and everything, and, basically, she decides not to use the power of veto, but before I thought it was a very funny scene. There was something very funny, because when Zach was, chosen to, for the POV, she's like, what, I want to give you a chance, that's why I should use POV on you. Zach tells this joke about a grasshopper walking to a bar. I mean, it's just like, that's Zach's personality for you, is that he will literally not even do anything relevant to the veto. I thought that was definitely very funny, and, basically, it seems like, Christine is gonna save Jocasta, but she decides not to use the POV. So, basically Zach is the target now. He's probably going home tomorrow night, and let me talk about what I think, what else is going to happen. So that's basically what ended up happening. Now let's talk about predictions. For me. Now, this is one of the most important episodes of the season, because there are only 2 double evictions, probably 2 double evictions this year, because for the past 3 consecutive years, they have done the 2 double evictions, and I feel like the first one's very, very important. Last year, they wasted it on Judd, but this year, I feel like they could get someone big out, like Frankie or Christine. Those are the 2 targets right now. Christine, because she's only working with herself, and she is going to turn against the detonators and get out someone like Derrick or Cody, and that's not going to be good, because Derrick or Cody, I think they're good players. I think they're playing a good game. I mean, they are good players. They do what they have to do. They don't try to get too much blood on their hands, but they get blood on their hands when they need to. They want to make big moves. They are allying with Nicole and Hayden. I mean, they're making so many good moves. So, if Christine wins this HOH, basically, everyone beware, because Nicole's probably going home. Because Nicole and Christine are basically not on the best of terms right now. I don't know if I call them enemies, but they're not really on the best of terms. They're not really good allies right now. They're not really allied at all, really. And honestly, I wouldn't really call, I wouldn't really call them enemies, but I would not call them best friends either, because they're neither of those things. They are just, they're not with each other right now. They're not. They're against each other. So, what else could happen? Definitely, I think I think Frankie definitely could go home tomorrow night. I feel like they have the numbers to do that. If let's say that Caleb wins HOH, but I could see that happening because he won one HOH. And if he wins HOH, say, I do feel like Nicole, Hayden, Derrick, and Cody, they are going to convince the rest of the house to get rid of Frankie. I feel like no matter what happens, they're going to do that. They're going to convince the rest of the house to get out Frankie, because Frankie is a big, big target right now. He is on, he's a lot of people's friends. He's allied with a lot of people. And now as far as the detonators go, I feel like the detonators by tomorrow night's going to be no more, because I definitely feel like a detonator will be going home. Christine said she's going to convince the detonators to get rid of Zach, but if Derrick and Cody want to do this right, they have to blow up the detonators. They really do, because allying with Nicole and Hayden is definitely a better strategy than allying with the people you're allying right now. Especially if Zach goes home tomorrow night. The detonators is not a smart alliance at all. So definitely, if Zach goes home tomorrow night, then I definitely feel like the detonators need to end soon. They definitely do need to end, and I definitely feel like Derrick and Cody, they are going to blow up the detonators, because they said they have 2 choices. Basically, blow up the detonators or abandon the Rationale. I think the best thing to do is to get rid of the detonators, because Christine's not going to be loyal to you. Frankie's probably going home. Zach's probably going home. And, it's just blow up the detonators. It's not a good idea at all to have this detonators. It's just not a good idea, in my opinion, to do that. But yeah, and Nicole and Hayden, they are 2 people to ally with. They are 2 people who are actually good to ally with, and in my opinion, 2 people who I personally would ally with, because they are good players. They do want to make big moves, and I really like that about their game, definitely. They have a very good strategy and very good gameplay. But let me know what you guys think is going to happen tomorrow night. I mean, there could be a lot of predictions. I have a lot of predictions for tomorrow night. I know I'm rambling here, guys, but let me know what you guys saw this episode. Overall, I thought this was a great episode. No Donnie in this episode. Like, there was nothing from Donnie. I was surprised by it. There wasn't too much Donnie in this episode. By the way, guys, please, I really hope this double eviction is not used on Victoria or, say, Victoria or Jocasta. I really hope it's not used on them, the double eviction. I really hope that's not going to be them tomorrow night, because you can just get rid of them at the end. Just cut them at the end, because honestly, it's, like, pointless to have them right now. Oh, also, guys, one other thing I forgot to tell you guys. I meant to say this in my Enemy movie review, and I did not get a chance to. I meant to say this in my Pre-Liars review. Wasn't thinking about it at the time, but now I'm going to say it. I didn't get a Letterboxd account, guys. If you guys want to see some of the movie reviews on there, you guys can check it out. Some of the movies I reviewed recently, like The Green Mile, Titanic, Schindler's List, the last 3 classic movies, and also the most recent movie review, Enemy, that's also there. You guys can read my written reviews. If you guys don't know what Letterboxd is, I highly recommend you guys check it out. basically you can write written reviews write written reviews. It's like reviewing a movie, but you write it instead of actually talking about it. So I definitely want to hope you guys check it out. I'm not forcing you guys to, but if you guys want to, I will drop a link down below in the description if you guys want to check it out. Definitely check me out over there. I'm in today's My Enemy review, but I just completely forgot, guys, so I decided I'd tell you guys right now, even though this has nothing to do with Letterboxd. But let me know what you guys saw this episode of Big Brother. What do you guys think is going to happen tomorrow night? I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen tomorrow night. That's it for my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys in the next video, which will be my review for tonight's episode of The Bridge. So I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.